Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Kylie Swain from Blossoms Designs and I'm in Australia. And today we're going to make this box. So I have a brand new box tutorial and it opens like this. You can open it from either end if you like. Or if you don't want to do that, you can place some adhesive along here that when you fold that in, you can then from the inside just get your finger in here and press it down, and then you've just got one opening. But I've made it for that so that it opens both ends, but up to you. You can make the box and you can do what you like with it. So I have used, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I have used, if I can find them, here they are. I have used the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. This is lovely. I really loved the colours in here. So it just sort of, it repeats. And this is Night of Navy. Yes, Night of Navy, but it's the same. So it's first generation, second generation. So what I mean by that is when you ink your stamp up and you stamp straight onto a paper, that's first generation. If you then stamp again without re-inking, that's second generation, and you can go third, fourth and fifth. I think with some of the Blackberry Bliss and some of the deeper colours, you can go yeah, even further. So this is the other side. Look at those colours, and I made a card with this one, which you would have seen on my blog already. I really do like the hand stripes, the handmade stripes. But yeah, so beautiful colours. Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Purple Posy, which is a colour I haven't used, believe it or not, and Whisper White. Did I miss one? Coastal Cabana, Calypso Coral, I missed two. So let's move that to the side, and I will be using the Tasteful Touches stamp set and just the sentiment here, and also it comes in a bundle. I think I need to get my magnetic sheets out. My sticky tape here has lost its sticky. So I'll be using the Tasteful Labels die, and this is the one that I'll be using. And here is the stamp set, or the stamp I should say. And look, Purple Posy. It's the first time I've used it, I kid you not. So I'm going to match that with this sheet of the DSP. But before we get to that, I probably should show you the template. So this is box number 8. I called it a square box because it's 7 centimeters squared, but the width of it is like a rectangle. So as you can see from here, this is the template. After I had scanned it and put it onto here, I then went back and let's move that out of the way. Went back and added where I was going to place my DSP, So you need to round these corners off. You don't have to, but it just looks much nicer if it is rounded off. And then this will be the front of the box, and that will be the back, and your adhesive would go along this panel here, and everything that's scribbled on, if you like, got lines through it, that's everything that will be removed. Okay, so let's get to it. Right, grab my trimmer. So everything is on, all the dimensions are on here. Okay, so just follow that. It's in inches and centimetres. Sorry, that was my chair banging on my table. Right. Okay, so we're going, I'm going to need to open this up. So move things out of the way. And make sure that you're still in view. Right, so we need to cut one side at 16.5, which is here, and that's 7.5 inches. And then the other side is 21.5 in centimetres, 8.5 inches. Where am I? 21.5. Right. So you're left with these two pieces. Okay, so move your scoring blade out of the way, and let's bring my arm out. So now we need to score along, I think I prefer to do the smaller side first, the 16.5 centimetre side. So we need to score at 2 centimetres. So I find that easier. Got my lights on there. So I find that easier to score on this side because I've got more real estate to hold on to. Real estate, I say cardstock, than if it was the other way around. If you had the cardstock hanging out this side, it's a little bit harder to make sure you've got, look, my cutting blade got in the way again. So now I'm going to spin it back around. So that's where that 2 centimetre, so as you can see there was nothing to hold on to here, which is why I spun it around the other way. Okay, so we've got 2 centimetres, 4 centimetres. Ooh, I nearly went my cutting blade again. That would have been a disaster. No, that's wrong, that was 4.5 centimetres. Oh, I didn't read that right. Ignore me, just go 4.5, not 4. 12. And 14.5. So 14.5, which leaves your 2 centimetre. So you've got 2 centimetres on either side. And then an extra line because, you know, you weren't paying attention. Turn it around. Right, so on this side we are going to do 2.5 centimetres. So I am going to start on this side again. Oh, wait. There we go. 2.5, spin it back around. Then we're going to go 10 centimetres. So again, there are inches and centimetres. I'm just calling out centimetres. That's what I work with. Then 12.5. centimeters, and oh, I need to open my arm back up, and then 20. Okay, that is the trimmer done. Oh goodness, I keep moving my chair into the table. Okay, so bone folder. Make sure I score the right lines. So burnish each line, each score line. Making sure I do have the right one. Okay. Okay, I need my scissors. Where did I put those? There they are. Just grab my big scissors as well. Okay, so if we want to bring the template back in. Okay, so you've got the smaller edge here, which is your adhesive side, and then you've got wider edge here. So that I don't mess this up. So we're going to start from here, and we're going to cut off all of this. So basically cut straight up. So you got 1, 2, 3. So a little rectangle, a big rectangle, and a square. Well, it is a square because I've done that extra line, haven't I? So a square. So you're going to cut up the square. Gosh, was I completely out of focus? Out of view then? I'm sorry. And then cut up this one as well. And then I'm going to cut. Now you can do this with a trimmer if you might find this easier. Sometimes my smaller scissors are easier. And then you're just going to wedge in these two sides. So that's what that looks like so far. So this panel, this is what you're going to round the edges. But this one we need to get rid of this little piece here, and then wedge into that. So you can cut across, cut down, and then wedge. Little bit doesn't want to go, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. Okay. So we are looking better. So we've just got this little piece in the corner now to get rid of. So cut straight up. Cut across there and then wedge. And there we go, we have our template. Exactly like our template. Okay. What I will do though is just come in and wedge off this side. So this is where the adhesive will be. So that when I fold that down, I just fold that across, and then your box will be glued like that. But before we do that, I find it so much easier to stick down all the designer paper and what have you before gluing it together. So what we will do is grab my glue. So remember, this is your adhesive, this is your back, and you're going to put designer series paper on here, 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 and here. So let's grab this. Stick that one down. And that one. If you have a pattern that runs vertical or horizontal like this one, do be careful when you cut the two 7x7 pieces. So when you put your box together, just roughly get this in if I can, because it's okay. So when you put that together like so, you're going to have your pieces running a certain direction. So you then want to make sure that your smaller pieces are running in the same direction. Unfortunately, when I did mine, my side pieces aren't running vertical, so but I managed to get the top and the bottom, they will run vertical like this. So just an FYI, do be careful when you cut your designer series paper and how you cut it. Okay. And it's not really going to bother me that it's, you know, not quite in the right direction. Okay, lucky last. Right, so let's get my lid back on my glue. Just get rid of my rubbish so I've got some space on my desk. Now I need my detailed trio punch because we are going to round these corners. So actually this way. So place that in. It's not going to the end right. Oh, because you know what? I'm going to turn it over that way and do it. There we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. This side. Okay, so now we have that done. I'll get my glue back out. So I'm just going to press that down. If you want to make sure that you've definitely got your box nice and square while it's setting, the glue's setting, you can put your box together. There you go. You can barely even see that seam. Okay, so with this one I used the Whisper White, as you can see the colour on the tail in there. So I used the white seam binding, crinkled seam binding ribbon mixed with the polka dot tulle. This is really nice, this one. So I mixed the two together. What I can do is colour this. Just grab my. Now I don't have crushed curry. Do we have crushed curry? I don't think we have crushed curry blends, do we? Oh, I can't remember. Let's just cut this off. Don't need that colour. I haven't got all the blends, so we may have them, but that's okay. I'm going to stick with white today, but what I am going to do is move that out of the way because I'm going to have to bring in my cut and emboss machine because we need to do some cutting and Stampin, but before I cut I will stamp. So I'm going to use crushed curry. Don't know if that's upside down, I think it is. You are the best. Ink all over my fingers now. Right, I'll go and grab my die cut machine. So you'll need plates 1, 2 and 3. No, I don't need that one. What am I doing? I need this one. So line it up as best you can. Does that look straight? It's going in. And then just going to add, no, that's why I had that piece, because I was adding the crushed curry, not the purple posy. Okay, machine out of the way. Look, my paper's all messed up now. Look what I forgot to put in there. Not very organised today, am I? Right. So I went with the crushed curry to kind of break up the purple. So I'm just going to put this just at a bit of an angle. So again, some glue. My sides going, that'd be good. Yep. Okay. So all I did to decorate this was really simple. Is my dimensionals. Just going to place some dimensionals on the back. Probably not 3. 2 will do. I'll just close that for a minute while I'm pressing down on it. And then untangle my ribbon. Grab the 2 pieces. You don't have to use both. I quite like it. So all I'm going to do is just tie it in a bow. Doesn't want to work with me today. There we go. Alright, so tie this in a bow. Your bows can be as big and proud as you like. Then grab a glue dot and grab my take your pick tool, grab glue dot and just fold that over onto itself. Place it on the back and then just place it on your box, and there you have it. Wondering what you could fit in here? I can fit a reinker. Will fit in there. It's nice and snug. I wouldn't put heavy things in here, especially with the base, the bottom being open, well, not glued in. If you're going to put heavier stuff, then I would not leave the bottom one open. I would close that one off as well. But you will fit, well, yeah, I think you'd fit 3 reinkers in there. Glue dots fit in there. You could probably fit all sorts of lollies in there. Up to you. But that is my box number 8 tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. If everything you've seen in this video today is available in my online store, the links will be in the description below. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video and click that subscribe button. Then you'll be able to be notified, or you'll be notified of the next video that I post. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!